Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning on in to our Valley News Now desk on this Tuesday morning. We got a pretty gloomy day, and we got two more clippers to end the year of 2025. How crazy is that to say? One more time, thank you so much for joining us here on our Valley News Now desk. My name is Alex Larson. So we're going to kick things off this morning talking about just that, what is going on outside, and what we got in store for this first alert weather day. So I'm going to pull up my screen to share with you here quickly and get this cooperating. And we are on the Valley News Live website right now, where it is 19 degrees here in Fargo. You can even see that on the lower right-hand side of your screen over here as well. So snow showers for the morning hours, 8 and 9 a.m. We're going to be cloudy all day pretty much, and we're going to hop up to 33 degrees. That'll be around the lunch hour, 1 o'clock. That'll continue on until about 5 p.m. So that's promising, I mean. So today, those scattered snow showers, patchy blowing, drifting snow. Tomorrow morning, because we got another first alert weather day coming tomorrow. Snow showers, patchy blowing, drifting, turning colder. And that's New Year's Eve. Of course. It's only right. Oh, what better way to send 2025 off than with some wild weather, right? So we're first alerting you to, again, so today, few snow showers, gusty winds, and blowing, drifting snow. New Year's Eve, snow, patchy blowing snow, surge of cold air. New Year's Day, cold start to 2026, but no first alert weather day on New Year's Day itself. So let's click here. We've got high of 33 today again, low of 19, which is right now, so it's only up from here, right? Tomorrow, 4 and 8 is what we're looking at. Breezy again. Thursday, we're looking at negative 10 for a low, ouch, and a high of 9. And then Friday, negative 3. Up to 10, and then we're going to warm up for the weekend. You can see that there, high of 18 on Saturday, which is also going to be our low on Sunday with a high of 21 then as well. So then we'll get, I think they said seasonably average for the first week of January of 2026. I'm going to click up here, and we're going to look at what's going on road-wise. We've had some action over on these this morning. You can see lower portion of the state. That was the action center yesterday morning when I spoke to you. Now it's up north, right? So when we were first looking at these, Fergus Falls, Foxhome, Detroit Lakes, Pelican Rapids, you weren't really seeing anything, but now you are. So let's see. We're on I-94 right now, 3 miles east of Moorhead. You can see a little bit of snow there starting to take shape. We're going to click. Oh, no picture there. Shoot. We're going to head from Detroit Lake to Rochert. Not looking like we got anything there, but it does say that the road is completely covered. That's what that pink means. Blue is partially covered. So from Detroit Lakes to Rochert on 34, it is on 34. It is completely covered with, let's hover, ice, right? So as we head on over to I-94, let's click here actually. We're going to go on 9 here and see what we got going on. You can see partially covered there. This one too, you can see those mounds of snow over on the road there. And as we continue on north, Hitterdal, you're seeing that as well. Crookston, Grand Forks area. This is US Highway 2, right? You can see that snow coming down. We've been telling you about that all morning. Heading up north as well, we're going to go over to Hallock, see what we got going on 75. You can barely see anything. It's action's picking up over in the Hallock, Kennedy, Lancaster area. Over on 75 too, you can see that there. Lots of snow accumulating on the roadway there. Let's get a check of North Dakota now, okay? As you can see, south of Fargo, it looks green. That means seasonably good. Does that mean set your cruise control at 80 on I-29 this morning? Absolutely not. These are seasonably good roads. So drive as if you're driving in late December, right? Over here on I-94, you can see Fargo and West Fargo. We're seeing partially covered snowy roads. And then once you get out of town and heading towards Valley City, we're going to see completely covered icy roads. You can see that's the case even when you head south to Fingal, north to Ariska, north to Castleton, south to Leonard. That's going to be the story there. As you get past Valley City, frosty covered roads, and then into Jamestown, partially covered icy roads. And that's going to be the story as you continue on towards Steele as well. As we head north on I-29, you can see partially covered snowy roads about almost to Hillsboro. Then we run into some ice. And then after we get past that, more snow, completely or partially covered, it looks like, as we continue on to the Canadian border. And that stretches west. You can see that stretches west on US Highway 2 all the way to Devil's Lake, and then frosty covered roads as we head towards Rugby. Going up north, Rolla, Candu, Botno, Langdon, Cavalier, you're seeing completely or partially covered snowy roads. So a lot to be mindful of as we continue to take on this first alert weather day. Remember, we got another one coming tomorrow. We had one for the last 2 days. We've had first alert weather day. So 4 in a row. Lots going on outside. And it's always a great idea to remember to download that VNN weather app so you can have those accurate, up-to-the-minute forecasts right at your fingertips. And our First Alert Storm team can keep you in the loop with everything that's going on as we continue to take these days on. It's free in the App Store. No matter if you got an Android or an iPhone, you can get your hands on that. Switching gears here, Minnesota Republicans are calling for Minnesota Governor Tim Walz to resign. This comes as federal agents began a massive fraud investigation in Minneapolis this week. Valley News Team's Ethan Kramer spoke with State Senator Jordan Rasmussen about the growing scandal.
Are there any Federal agents fanned out across Minneapolis today. Homeland Security investigators went door to door at more than 30 suspected fraud sites. The operation comes after FBI Director Kash Patel called recent fraud arrests just the tip of a very large iceberg. Earlier this month, federal prosecutors estimated Minnesota's Medicaid fraud could total $9 billion. Republican State Senator Jordan Rasmussen says it's time for the governor to step down.
I don't think he should continue serving as governor. This is the biggest failure of state government that I've witnessed in my lifetime.
Rasmussen joined other Republican lawmakers Monday calling for Walz's resignation. He says the administration failed to stop widespread fraud.
Unfortunately, very clear that the Walz administration is not going to be able to get a handle on such obvious and widespread fraud here in the state.
When the legislative session begins January 14th, Rasmussen wants action.
One is passing and signing into law an independent Office of Inspector General to make sure that there's a watchdog over these state agencies.
Rasmussen also wants the Senate to regain power to fire commissioners, and he says the state needs to stop writing blank checks. Beyond the legislative fixes, he warns more fraud cases are still coming.
We're going to continue to hear more cases of fraud from conversations with prosecutors. They have a backlog of these cases that they are working through. So unfortunately, Minnesotans are going to continue to hear stories about how their tax dollars have gone to criminals.
In Moorhead, Ethan Kramer, Valley News Live.
So Governor Walz has not released a statement responding to those resignation calls. We, of course, are going to continue to follow that federal investigation into those fraud claims as it develops. And we have big news for healthcare in rural North Dakota. Governor Kelly Armstrong announcing yesterday the state will receive nearly $200 million in federal funding. The money's earmarked to strengthen rural healthcare access across North Dakota over the next 5 years. The goal is to improve access, quality, and health outcomes in rural communities. And North Dakota's U.S. Senator John Hoeven put out a statement following the announcement.
$1 million is exceptionally good news. We knew under the formula in the One Big Beautiful Bill we would get $100 million as a baseline, but to get almost double that is absolutely remarkable and shows the strength of the application that we've put together for rural health care in North Dakota.
To access the funds, state lawmakers must appropriate the money. Governor Armstrong has called a special legislative session for January 21st to address that. The program will focus on 4 key areas, including strengthening the rural health workforce and bringing high-quality care closer to home. State officials anticipate releasing the first grant opportunities in early 2026. Very exciting. And gas prices, they are at their lowest in the last 5 years. That's great news for your wallet. National average is hovering at about $2.85 a gallon. And while everybody's feeling that relief, one group is seeing a huge difference in their bottom line. It's Uber drivers.
I go through at least 200 gallons a month. For every penny that gas goes down, that's $2 in my pocket.
Average price for a gallon of gas in North Dakota, that is $2.56. It's $2.63 in Minnesota, according to AAA. And in Fargo, you're going to find the cheapest gas at Costco with Fleet Farm and Sam's Club at $2.02. Costs a little more to fill up in Clay County. You can find it for $2.16 at Casey's and Quick Trip locations. And as we take on, speaking of vehicles, don't get behind the wheel if you're going to drink on New Year's Eve, right? Make it to the new year. if you're going to celebrate, don't risk driving impaired. Vision Zero North Dakota has a great opportunity for those who are taken to the holiday spirit, we'll say, for New Year's Eve. They've got a code for you to use for a discount off your Lyft ride. That code is up on your screen, VZWinter25. $10 off your ride for Lyft, one-time use. You can use it until January 2nd. Again, that is a one-time use from Vision Zero North Dakota. Well, that's about all I got for you here on this Tuesday morning. Remember, everything that you see in our shows, that you see online, that you see on our Facebook page, that you see on our Valley News Now desk, you can find over on our VNL News app as well. And we're able to send you push notifications to let you know when things are happening. And yeah, that's about all I got for you. I'll see you back here tomorrow. My name's Alex Larson. See you then.